What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we have a brand new Xur Inventory review for the weekend of November 8th to the 11th, and so let's get started. Now, first things first, Xur is in the same place in the tower he always is since his update within the final shape. Alright, let's take a look at what he has. Firstly, for the catalyst here, we do have the Sunshot Catalyst. Fantastic. If for whatever reason you don't have this, it's going to add a bunch of range, and it's just going to improve already one of the best weapons in the game. Traveler's Chosen Catalyst actually provides quite a lot of benefits. If you like the Traveler's Chosen, it's pretty great. Then we've got a 65 Foe Tracer here with too much strength, in my opinion, to be too good. Then we have a 66 Stronghold. Yeah, not really spiky, not really that impressive. We have a 66 Ophidian Aspect. This one's a little bit better. We do have a recovery spike for the Warlock, and then we have an intellect spike. And honestly, this is more of a PvP exotic. And in PvP, sometimes you do want a bit of intellect, so you get that passive super regen. Like getting your super more often is obviously great. So honestly, not a terrible roll on the Ophidian Aspect. Not absolutely insane. Obviously, if that intellect spike was in discipline, I'd be really freaking out, but still not bad. All right, now to check the random offer, well, we do actually have Adept Nightfall Ciphers. So you're going to get 2 here, and you can use them to buy Adept Nightfall weapons. So instead of having to do the Grandmaster, you can just buy these from Xur, and eventually when you have 10, you can buy that Adept weapon. Now checking the other weaponry right here, well, we have a Colony. Actually got a bit of a buff to spawn more of these robotic grenades, but not that insane. Then we've got a Hard Light, was once absolutely dominant in PvP, but now again, not so much, doesn't really see a ton of play. The Arbalist is the opposite. If for some reason you do not have this weapon and you can buy it right now, 100% buy it. I cannot emphasize enough how good the Arbalist actually is. One of the best PvE weapons in the game. At certain points, it was literally the best PvE weapon in the game, like #1 most used, and incredible against champions. Really going to help you in solo lost sectors. Again, buy it if you don't have it. Then for the Hawkmoon, well, we have Snapshot Sights, which is okay. Polygon Rifling and Heavy Grip. Yeah, I'm not really interested in that. Alright, now as for the other weapons here, a Stats for All Wellspring, no Reprieve, no thank you. Ambitious Opening Shot, Distant Pull, no thank you. Well, to be perfectly honest, an auto-loading plus surrounded first and last out is really not that bad. Generally, the overall god roll is going to be a Vorpal weapon instead of surrounded, but surrounded is still going to provide a huge damage bonus. In fact, more damage than Vorpal if you can get it triggered. So this is actually a pretty good, if you don't have a good slug shotgun, definitely consider picking that up. Then we've got the Cartesian Coordinate with Slideways Thresh, no thank you. Well, hold on a second. This is actually the PvE god roll for the interference. You have spike grenades for more direct impact damage. You have Clown Cartridge, and if you put on the backup Megs mod, it goes to 7, and then with Clown Cartridge, you're gonna get like 9+ rounds in the mag, and then Full Court doesn't do as much damage as, the more recent grenade launchers with a bait and switch and stuff, but it still provides an extra damage boost, and you don't have to do anything. No swapping through your weapons, you just shoot at the enemy. So overall, this is, again, the god roll for PvE, for the interference. And yes, this god roll has been power crept by newer grenade launchers and their god rolls, but if you're a newer player or a returning player and you don't have that many god roll grenade launchers, this is your chance to get one. 100% pick it up if you don't have any better arc grenade launchers. Then we've got a Relentless Counterattack Fallen Guillotine, no thank you, and a Flash Counter Surrounded Crown Splitter. Not a terrible roll, but also not absolutely insane. Moving on from there, let's check the rarity of the armor on light.gg. Alright, so this helmet was added back in Season 11, Season of the Arrivals, I believe, and it's a very common set with over 58% of Guardians having access to this very helmet. Alright, so let's take a look at the rolls here for the gauntlets. 64, a little bit of resilience, it's alright. 65 chest piece with resilience and intellect. It's all right. 65 with too much mobility, no thank you. 62 a little bit, not that great. Let's go and check the Warlock. All right, for the Warlock, let's check this gauntlet. 68 is very high, but strength, recovery, and mobility, it's actually all right if you do really want strength. Then for the chest piece, 67 again is great. We've got resilience, recovery, discipline, and strength. Not incredibly spiky, but honestly, this has got a lot of the stats you want. Really not a terrible chest piece. After that, for the helmet, 65, too much not too much resilience spike, but not that amazing other than that. And then 62, not that spiky. All right, let's check the sword here. We've got energy transfer surrounded. Well, surrounded is literally the best perk you can possibly get here, but energy transfer is definitely not, so just consider that. Now, moving on from there, let's check the Hunter. All right, for the Hunter, let's check these gauntlets. 66, mobility is great, discipline, but then strength with the Hunter doesn't really want, so I don't know. Then chest piece, all right, this is a lot better. 65, massive mobility spike, big discipline spike as well. Just a little bit of strength. Like, honestly, this is a pretty great chest piece. Then for the helmet, 67, really not too spiky at all, kind of just okay. And then 64, recovery, discipline, intellect, it's kind of just okay again. As for the sword, energy transfer on guard is really not great. So overall, guys, this week, literal god roll interference, in my opinion, like really good interference. 100% pick this up if you need another grenade launcher. And then seeing Adept Nightfall Ciphers is always cool. The strat here is to buy these, so eventually when you have 10, all you need to do is beat one single Grandmaster, and then you can purchase one of the Adept Nightfall weapons from Zavala. And so you can use this strategy. If it's a really good weapon but a really hard Grandmaster, you'll only have to beat it once to get a whole extra weapon. Definitely these are pretty darn valuable. Guys, that is going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.